Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Julie's Stamping Spot here on YouTube. Over the course of 2021, I have shared 145 videos. Oh my gosh, there's so many favorites. And through the end of December, I'll be sharing a project playback, a favorite project from over the last year, which is going to be a new weekly series in 2022. I can't wait to rehash and look back at some of these projects. Now, some of the things I'll be sharing are using products that are no longer available, but I hope these project ideas will inspire you to use what you have at home, or if you want to go shopping for some brand new stuff, you can do that at juliedavison.com/shop. I recently surpassed 2 million views here on YouTube, and I can't wait to see what the new year is going to bring. Our goal before the end of the year is to reach 20,000 subscribers, and it's crazy to think that only half of the people watching these videos have subscribed. So please, if you enjoy Julie's Stamping Spot videos, please like, subscribe, and share our channel with your friends. I can't wait to share even more in the new year, but until then, I hope you enjoy these project playbacks. Thanks so much for watching. Today I'm going to show you how to make this pleated paper fold, also called curtain fold, and you'll definitely want to make sure that you grab the link to the free download in the video description. Okay, so today's card that I'm going to make is called a tapestry fold. Have you heard of this? I haven't made a tapestry card in a really long time. And so I had like a little note on my desk, and so I pulled up this old tutorial, and I'll include a link to this one. This is like old paper, and actually it has my old phone number on it. Don't call this phone number. It's not me. I just highlighted it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, don't call that number. It's not me. I don't know who it is, but they're not going to be able to help you with Stampin' Up. I'll include the link to this printable in the video description when we're all done so you can print it out. The key you're going to want here is this pleated paper template. So this fold is called several things. I've seen it called the tapestry fold or the curtain fold. I like pleated paper because that's kind of what we're doing. So I used this template, and I cut a piece of designer paper from the Beautifully Penned series. This is 3 inches by 8 3/8 inch. So that's this second dot here. Okay, 3 by 8 3/8 inch. And then I've scored just like it shows here. So let's see, here is the 3 inch. So I scored at 3 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 7 inches. So I did that already. Maybe you can see it a little better on this side, the score lines. Now I'm going to take it with a paper trimmer, and I'm going to cut diagonally. So let me show you a little secret, because that seems kind of like an intimidating thing to do, but it's not. And so here's the edge of our 3 inch. This was our first score line. So I'm going to line up this in the cutting track down here at the bottom. And then this corner, I'm going to line up with the 1 inch line. Okay, so that corner is going with the 1 inch line, and this corner is going in the cutting track, and I'm going to cut. That's it. One slice like that, and you get your diagonal cut line. Okay, I'm going to move this, but I just want to show you really quick. The other piece that's on here, I'm using Whisper White, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and that's for the top piece like this. So that's going to go right there. I also have a piece for the inside, and that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, I'll put that link in the video description so you can check it out. Now we're going to do some folding. We've done the hard part, the scoring and the cutting. So now we're just going to go back and forth with our folding. Right on the score lines, back and forth to get this pleated sort of curtain kind of a look. Isn't that cool? It really is so easy. Now, I always like to use a little bit of adhesive to keep those pleats down. So I'm just going to add a little bit under each flap that wants to come up. Oops, one more right here. Okay, and this is going to go on the front of our card, but before we do that, let's go ahead and glue down our Whisper White. Basic white. And this is just a standard card front, so 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then our little pleated paper is going to go toward the bottom. Now, this turns out a little bit longer than a 1/4 inch, so I'm going to glue it down so that it's hanging over, and I'll trim on the longer edge so that I don't miss out on any of this, because there's not a lot of this. It's mostly longer edge. So I'm going to glue it down so that the longer edge is hanging over, and then I'll trim that part off. So let's line this up. I want about the same kind of spacing here as I have around the edges up top. So that's going to go right there, about a 1/4 inch. And it's going to hang off the edge. That's okay. I would rather it be too long than not long enough, because not long enough is problematic. Not as easy to fix not long enough, is it? Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of coordinating cardstock, So Saffron, since you guys chose that as your secondary color. I'll have to make up another one with So Saffron and post that so you can see the difference, and then we can vote. I do have another color option for you to vote on, but not So Saffron. So I'll make one like that up too. All right, so this is the base of our card. Oh, Heather says beautiful. Thank you. We're not even done. We haven't even done the stamping part. But this is really cool foundation for our card, definitely. All right, now I'm going to use that Hand Pen Petals stamp set. This is a 2-step stamp set. So we have an outline stamp and then some other stamps that we can fill in and color in the image. So this is for the inside of the card. I'm going to just go ahead and add like a little, I always like doing that in the corner. So I'm going to do a little bit in the corner there, and then I'm going to do a full image here for us to die cut for the front of the card. So let me just turn over my, I'm going to use this for scrap paper today. So for the inside, I'm just going to do a little peek of the flowers in the corner. And then for the focal point for the front, I'm stamping the entire thing. I'm using basic gray cardstock. This designer paper is like black and white, but it's kind of a watercolor black and white, and I think it matches really well with basic gray. So that's the color I'm using. A little bit softer, especially with the pastel colors, so it's not as harsh as the black. Okay, the colors we're going to use are Highland Heather, So Saffron, and I'm going to switch it out and do Pear Pizzazz for the leaves because we have some darker colors here. So the largest flower is going to be the darker color, and that's the color of our card base. You guys picked Highland Heather. So I'm going to do, I've got three different flower stamps that fill in this front one. And I have to tell you, these stamps are not meant to like entirely fill in those spaces. If you want something that does, I would recommend coloring with the Stampin' blends, and then you could fill in and shade as you like. I love the simplicity of just stamping really quickly with the large stamps. Even if it doesn't fill in all the way, I think it still looks cool. Okay, those are all the big flowers. Next, the smaller flowers are going to be in So Saffron. And we have another stamp for that one. And that one has 2 flowers together. Ooh, that yellow is so electric. And then we're going to finish off with our leaves in Pear Pizzazz. And there are 2 different size leaves. The big one is going to best fit these leaves on the bottom, and then I would recommend the smaller one for all the others. I love how quick and easy it is to stamp and color these hand pen petal images. Is this a bundle that you guys have from the annual catalog? Maybe it's time to get it back out and use it with Beautifully Penned. It does have some coordinating dies, and so we're going to get those out next. You can get this as a bundle, so you can save 10% when you buy the stamp set and the dies together. And I'm not sure how much this bundle is, but you're probably pretty close or already there to get the Beautifully Penned designer paper for free. We're going to die cut this. I like to use my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. If you've been watching, you know I call her Lucy, and she loves to help me with small jobs like this. So I'm going to layer the cutting pad and the base plate with the stamped image and dies. And then add the cutting plate on top and crank it through. Now, the first time I used the Stampin', the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I did have some problems with it like feeding through. And I found that if I just staggered the plates a little bit, that helped to pull it through and feed it through. Okay, so if you just got the Stampin' Cut, the mini one, and you're having some problems getting it to feed through, just try staggering those plates a little bit, and that will probably do the trick. Oh, look at that. A perfect cutout. Now, if you like to fussy cut, you don't need a die cutting machine, but if you like the convenience of dies and like to have some detailed images as well, then this is definitely a set that you'll want the dies for. Okay, our card is coming together really well. This is going to go on the inside, and I'm going to leave it blank so that I can write a message. And for the front, we're going to add the flowers with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So let's get those out. There we go. And to finish off the card, some words. I always feel like, and maybe this is just me, but I always feel like a card is naked if it doesn't have words on the front. Do you feel like that too? So I always like to have some kind of sentiment on the front. So I'm going to stamp this. Oh, look at that. I got some, I've got some ink. I better wipe it off my black because I already put this on. I don't want to take any chances of getting ink on it. I really should have not put that on first. It's making me nervous now, just in case. Okay, right in the corner. Feel better, friends. Oh, that really finished the card off, didn't it? Although one last thing, because you're never done until you add bling. That's what Mama says anyway. Mama always says, don't forget the rhinestones. So I'm going to put one in the middle of each flower just to finish off the card. Oh my goodness. I love the way this turned out. This tapestry or pleated paper or curtain folds, whatever you would like to call the fold, is really easy and works well for any paper. It doesn't have to be just this beautifully penned paper. So I hope that you'll try this technique, this fold out at home with whatever paper you have, whether it's beautifully penned or not. Okay, that's it for today. I'm so glad that you were able to join me for this project Playback. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time with another Project Playback.